Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Libra Full Moon. This is live streamed pretty much on the full moon in Libra, Sunday, March 28th, 2021. I am your Madam President of the Artegan, Natalie, spelled Natalee. The first 5 minutes will be me catching up with my peoples to see what's going on, how everyone is feeling in this weekend leading up to the full moon, and how we're feeling now. And then I will dive into my psychic astrology presentation that I've got written for you guys. Hello, everyone. Hey, Sarah, being Jasmine, poised girl, you beautiful souls. Chris, hello, everyone. Oh, Sarah made it back from grocery. Woohoo! Make some tea. Tea's lovely. Wonderful. How is everyone? Hi, Alina. Oh, thank you. You know, I try to put myself together. I try to show up for my own life every single day. But for you guys, I try to really, look sharp. Channel for Grace. Hello. Hi, Sheila. Welcome, everyone. So how is everyone feeling? Because with this particular full moon lumination, there's tears. There's definitely always tears involved with Chiron. So, hey, Re-Evolution Tarot. Hello. Oh, you guys are too sweet. Thank you. Oh, lovely. Hi, Junior. Welcome, everyone. Yeah, this Chiron energy is always going to, it's like that wound, it's like that scab that just like opens up all the time, and it's like the pus, and it's like, and it's like an infection, a painful infection that, like, I know it's gross, but it never goes away, and it's always a source of pain. So whenever it's someone like poking it or something poking it, it just reopens the whole traumas all over again. So I just wanted to see how you guys, okay, Channel for Grace, feeling super tapped in. Nicole Davis, hi, Natalie, feeling pretty calm this afternoon. Sunny in Chicago, looking forward to hanging with you, Libra, in my first house, so I'm being kind and gentle with myself. Lovely, Nicole. So Nicole's got this happening right, very visible. So it's very much in your house of personality if you are a Libra sun or rising. And so, yeah, this is going to be totally about relationships for you. And I'm going to get into that. But I love to hear that you're being kind and gentle with yourself, because especially for Libra, sun, moon, rising, this is going to be a 2-week period where you really do want to check in with your own needs and check in with where you may have been giving too much of yourself away or not advocating for your own needs enough. So very good, Nicole. Very, very good to hear. Nadia, hi, Natalie. Alina, I thought I got more stable, but these last 2 days, I'm just all tears. Yeah, Alina, I'm totally with you there. I totally feel it. This is like an energy, this, like, especially the tears and feeling really emotional. It can just hit you right out of nowhere. It can come in a huge wave. It could come in a torrent. It could be on and off. It really depends on how everyone's, emotional channel sort of works. So just go with the flow. If you guys need to, when you're feeling that coming over you, go with it. Go get into it. Really like let yourself feel it. And I don't want to say be dramatic, but like be dramatic and really this is what they told me in Meisner. Let the emotion take you by storm. Let it take you by storm. Let it do what it's there to do, because the physical act of crying is we are pushing those molecules out of our eyeballs, and it's extremely cathartic. It's extremely helpful. Just my light, sorry. Karina Zachary did a lot of self-care yesterday, cleaning, laundry, bathing in oils. Lovely, Karina. That's awesome. That's awesome. I was supposed to do laundry yesterday. Just didn't happen. I just slept a lot. I'm a Cancer rising, so full moons are always like a big thing for me. So I got nice and caught up on my sleep. So that's great to hear that you got like stuff done though. Bathing in oils, that sounds luxurious. Re-Evolution, Libra in my 9th house with North Node and Chiron there. Okay, so for you specifically, you have your North Node. Re-Evolution Tarot has her North Node in her 9th house with Chiron, and it's Libra. So the North Node is where our destiny lies. And so the 9th house for you, my dear, it's actually really perfect for what you're doing. So everyone, she does tarot on her channel, check her out. That is higher knowledge. It's a house of mentorship and wisdom and sharing knowledge with others. So you have a very special talent with Chiron being there, because you can take your pain your wounding, and you can use that to help other people through their pain and through their wounding. And so that's like a very, this is great for you, re-evolution. You're probably at some sort of culmination moment in what you're learning about yourself or your own pain, or how to talk about it or how to use it in a way that helps other people. So yay. Sheila, right out the wave of emotions. Absolutely. Patrick Most, good morning, Natalie and crew. Justin Rivers, hey family. Junior, hey Justin. Hey Carl, welcome. Thank you for the lion emojis. Justin, oh, hey Nadia, Justin and Carl. Oh, everybody's here. How cool. Love you guys. It's cool. I've checked out your channel. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, this is like a wonderful time for anyone doing anything spiritual, anyone doing anything that helps the collective in this collective healing. And oh, we're 6 minutes in. Wow, that went by really fast. Really, really fast. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into the presentation. So I actually got like a collective channeling for all of humanity for this full moon, and it was so weird. And I feel like it has something to do with when I woke up from this weird nap yesterday, and I came across this like alien video. I followed this guy on TikTok. He says Shabadoo a lot. I think it's so funny. And it was about like the US government releasing more information on aliens, extraterrestrials. I don't know what you guys think or feel about it. I feel like that's just like a given. Like, of course, we're not the only species on the planet. Of course, there's aliens. But the channeling that I got for this full moon, like when I'm tuning into this energy, was okay. It was kind of like Watchmen, and that's what I'm going to analogize this with. That if we do get more information, if there's more signs, if anything like that comes out over the next 2 weeks, this is kind of like, what's that? The levees breaking, the dam kind of bursting, and it has to do with perspective. That we as like the human race need to evolve out of this very geocentric, human-centric perspective, because when we look out of that, we have a better handle on ourselves. Libra's wonderful for this. Libra's wonderful about detaching from the situation to gain a bigger perspective. I'll get into how it means it for us personally, but this is the collective channeling that I got. And what it feels like in the Watchmen. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, this is going to be like a spoiler alert. So if you haven't seen Watchmen, over your ears for a minute. So in the movie, Adrian is this purple suited superhero, and he kind of orchestrates everything, like the whole big problem. Dr. Manhattan, oh my God. So Dr. Manhattan turns out to be kind of like, he has these superpowers, but he sort of gets used. And the whole reasoning behind this is that Adrian says that people need a common enemy that's like intergalactic. Otherwise, we're just going to fight ourselves. We're just going to fight each other. And that's kind of what I'm getting with this. I'm getting that years ago, the French government released their UFO records. If you guys go to CIA.gov and go to their reading room and go to the FOIA search queries, you put in, guys, get your tea for that, because that you just go deep in. All kinds of cool stuff is there. All this document. Okay, I want to digress here, but anyway, back to the movie digression. So we need this common enemy, right, in the movie Watchmen. And what I'm getting for this is a perspective shift for humanity, that once it's more normalized, once everyone can just accept the alien thing, it puts everything in a different perspective. It puts all of the countries that are fighting with each other, all the geopolitical things coming up, it puts in a major big perspective. And it's a lot healthier for us. It's a lot healthier for us. So, okay, that's what I got for that. That was bizarre, but exciting at the same time. So let me just check in with you guys. Taking notes. And guys, so here's another thing. So this is for re-evolution and anyone else that wants to start a spiritual TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. If you guys are watching me and you guys are hearing my downloads and it resonates and it triggers more downloads, feel free to use that in your channel. Feel free to connect with me and connect with your own connection to source and explore that. because I'm pulling information from where I'm pulling it from. And so, anything to kind of help and encourage you guys to cultivate your own connection, I'm all for 100%. Okay, Samantha Ferdin's asking Virgo Chiron of the 11th house. Okay, so natally you got Virgo, you got Chiron and Virgo in the 11th house. Okay, so there's probably bullied, probably very, very, very sensitive to criticism from friends. Maybe friends are always a source of criticism for you, and you feel like very perfectionist, where you just need to sort of like over obsessed about little details. But that also makes you it could make you a really great friend to other people. So it could also make you very compassionate towards humanitarian endeavors and to other marginalized groups of people that do get bullied, Samantha. So that's kind of interesting. Okay. Sarah muted it because I'm done talking about the Watchmen. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'm such my not just my family, like the people I'm related to, but other different groups of people have called me, this is bad, but they've called me like the movie Nazi because I'm so strict about watching movies and spoiler alerts and people being on their phones during movies, or I like it to be super dark. So I'm super like respectful of everything movie. So B and Jasmine, I've seen UFOs doing things early in the morning, like every morning. I put it up on my Instagram, the UFO thing, and I know that I scare people with that, but I mean, it's just spiritual YouTube. There's all kinds of people, indigo children, starseed, light workers, intergalactic people, and especially when you can remote view and psychically spy like I can in astral travel, you go to different planets that you can't see with the naked eye, astral planets, and I feel like I'm definitely scaring people with this talk, but okay. So now let's get to how this relates to you, and then let's okay. So this is a full moon in Libra at 8 degrees. The full moon is when the moon is just the fullest it gets. It's the brightest that it gets in the sky, directly opposing the sun, which is what makes it a full moon at 8 degrees of Aries. And the big signatures about this full moon is that the sun is with Chiron, which is not a planet, it's an asteroid. Chiron at 8 degrees Aries and Venus at 8 degrees of Aries. So we have 888. 8 is eight's the cosmic lemniscate. It just, the energy never leaves. It continues to, it's very immortal, very immortality type energy. So when the moon is full, it illuminates, it reflects that light of the sun, right? This is like secrets coming out. This is like, oh, so if anyone has anything to say, or this is the time where people, say what they got to say. So over these next 2 weeks, you could be finally ready to speak your truth. You could be finally ready to make an approach or to giddy up. Okay, so what does this mean? Sun, Chiron, Venus. What does that mean, Natalie? So it means that, okay, Chiron is the wounded healer. Chiron is the tears. Chiron is where we all have Chiron somewhere in our natal energies and our natal charts. And this is where we feel pain that never heals. This is hitting us in the sorest spot. We will always cry when we think about this thing or this person, this situation. We will always cry. We will always accept that. Just accept that. Wherever it is natally in your chart, whatever this issue, it's touching on a very the tenderest part of you. You will always, and this is the thing, okay. How far do I want to go with this? We have a personal choice. We have a personal choice of what to do from there. What are we going to make of that? So what are you going to do with this pain? Well, Chiron's story, I talk about this in Astrology 101. Chiron is like the most depressing story. Like he's just injured and like lame. And then he goes on to teach other people and to help other people with their wounds. Chiron in your chart is where you can heal other people for the pain that you feel, but you can never heal yourself. I know, right? So then he goes and gets hurt, and then the gods feel pity on him and then turn him into a constellation. Like put him out of his misery, and then he just becomes constant. So it's like, so in Aries, this is highlighting, putting the big spotlight on a wound, on a tender part of your life where you feel insecure about taking the lead. You feel insecure about being like confident and taking action and being a leader and stepping out of a system, stepping out of a family, stepping out. And this is, I'm getting weird, like relative family, but also like I'm getting not mob family, but people that feel like family, or groups of people that feel like family, stepping out of that and really striking out on your own, making an independent decision, being your own man, being your own woman, being your own person. So with Venus there, that adds a lot to it. That's a big thing right there with Venus, because Venus is the ruler of this full moon, because Venus rules Libra. And for her to be in Mars's sign, an Aries sign, this is very uncomfortable for her too. So Venus wants to just sit back. She just wants to sit back and just like let wonderful things happen to her. And she just wants to attract everything. But in Aries, it's like, you got to go make it happen. You got to go do it. You got to go ask for it. You have to speak it. You have to take action. You have to be brave and bold. So it's awkward all around, except for the sun. Sun likes to be in Aries. Sun is what gives you confidence. The sun is what is giving you warmth and love, and just like you can do it. This is masculine and feminine energy being in a really interesting conversation, because this full moon in Libra, what it's doing is it's allowing us to detach in a big way. And it's very important. Libra is all about being rational, making a rational, fair decision. What is the fairest thing that we can do here? How do we make it so that every single person can win? Because it's not a good win unless everyone's happy, unless everyone's getting what they deserve in the situation. So let's not stop until everyone is happy. Let's not stop until everyone's okay. So how do we do this? How do we be diplomatic? I'm getting Team of Rivals, Abe Lincoln stuff here. How do we get it so that everyone can be happy? Because I believe in that. It's possible. It's fair. And Aries is going, what about me? What about my pain? How? How do I make this fair for everyone and give justice to my pain and give myself what I need? It's this. That's the tension of this full moon. Now, what you want to do, another psychic channel, you're going to get a sign. You're going to get your own personal confirmation, your own sign. And what you want to do, so to start talking to your spirit guides or your higher self or to cosmos, what you want to do is ask for a sign. Ask for a confirmation. And if there's anything that is specifically meaningful to you, so if you grew up and ladybugs, or feathers, or roses, or, I got the download about cats. Follow me on Instagram. It's Watch Natalie on Instagram, and I put I love my Instagram. Or coffee, whatever it is, something specific, something that you're just not going to see every day. A unicorn, rainbow, something. Ask to be communicated through that symbol, your confirmation. Because I feel like you've already gotten it Sunday morning, before I recorded this, or you will get it soon. I'm not the timing psychic. Time is not linear. It spirals anyway. So that's another thing too, is about manifesting, is that because there's no past and because there's no future, there's only right now. Think of it this way. The moment that time travel, like physical time travel, becomes possible, it is always existing. So if all we have is right now, every thought and like fantasy and visualization that you could conceive, it already exists in a timeline. All the people that you could have been with, there's an alternate reality where you're with them. All of the dreams that you have for yourself, that's possible. So that's another thing about this lunation, is the action that you're going to, okay, let me recenter here. You guys know how I am. So what you want to lean into is what's uncomfortable and what is best for you personally. You're going to be able to see so much right now and over the next 2 weeks because of the full moon in Libra, shining a light on both sides of the situation, all sides of the situation. You're going to be able to see it from everyone's perspective, and you're going to be able to emotionally detach enough to be able to understand it from everyone's perspective. And that is going to better inform you. You're going to also see your own feelings in the situation. You're going to understand how you feel all around and all different sides of this. You want to use the strength of the sun in Aries. This is the zodiacal new year. This is confidence. This is the masculine energy. You want to use the strength and confidence to allow yourself to feel what hurts, what feels embarrassing, what is shameful, where you feel inadequate, where you feel like you can't do it, where you feel shamed or embarrassed or vulnerable or insecure. That's the Chiron. Like, you're going to see it anyway. So just lean into it, because just lean into it. You're going to use you're going to use the Libra full moon to look at it from that detached perspective and break this hold on you. You're going to use it to break apart. Where did I put it? Hold on. Break this hold on you to see where, you guys know my hand. I write like in little capital letters. So I don't know why I mess this up all the time. Use the Libra, and I said Virgo again, that's so weird. Look at it detached to break this hold on you. See where you're wanting to go, what you want for your life. Okay, you want to break this hold. Okay, remember when I put up, I don't know if you're watching me on Instagram, I put this really wonderful cat video up about breaking the self-imposed limitations. That's how you want to use this. You want to use this energy to break this, whatever makes you feel ashamed, whatever makes you feel insecure, whatever is cringing. It's like you want it, but you feel cringy about it. There's something cringy where it's like, I want it, but I don't want to do what I have to do to get it because it's cringy. It's embarrassing. I feel shame. I feel guilt. I feel fear. And I want to make everyone happy. So you're in that rock and a hard place, and somewhere in your life, you have to like lean into that. But you want to, like I said, you want to use the confidence of the sun to just empower yourself, and you have more support. You do, because Venus is there. Venus in Aries. Venus in Aries is there to say, I'm worth it. I am worth putting myself first. I am worth making my personal happiness and my peace of mind the priority. I'm doing my very best to make everyone happy. But if that's impossible, if there's someone that is determined to be negative, determined to be manipulative, determined to be resisting my efforts, determined to be resisting the peace, determined to be selfish and not think about what's best for everyone, I have to put myself first because I love myself that much. I deserve it and I'm worth it. There's something inside you. There's something inside of you damaged, formerly damaged, rising up and healing. You're seeing it objectively. This is a turning point for the entire year. It really is. Remember, when was it? A couple weeks ago when I said these 8-9 weeks, that's when all of the forward momentum is going because all the planets are direct. April's going to be cool. April's going to be way cool because of the Aries new moon. That's when it's really like go time. This I keep wanting to say Virgo. This Libra full moon is a release. It's like something's got to pop. You got to get over this thing and you got to act. You got to speak those words. You got to make those moves to set yourself up for that new beginning. This is like, okay, with every ending, there's a new beginning. With every new beginning, there had to have been an ending. So this is like wrapping up the last of this pain and insecurity and doubt and fear and shame and guilt and all that, like the self-worth stuff and putting you before them and them before you. And like, what do we do? Clearing all that away, making the changes you've got to make. And it clears your energy. It clears your environment. It clears the people in your life. And you have to know and believe that you're worth it. And you have to confront the fears and the insecurities and the shames and the embarrassment and the cringe and push through whatever you got to push through that is standing in your way from making those physical, concrete changes. Okay. Rising up and healing, you're seeing it objectively. This is a turning point in 2021 in us where we want, Mother of Pearl. Hold on. Where are we? Oh, sorry. I get really impassioned. Some of this is automatic writing where I'm like, I'm writing. Okay, where we, a turning point is, and what we want in our relationships and connections. We want more heart and soul. We want more love. I really felt this for you. We want more love. And this is like if you have a huge, nasty, ugly scar and you just feel so ugly about it and you don't want anyone to ever see the scar on your body, and it's just so grotesque and morbid and like visually like Elephant Man. Okay, you feel like you're the Elephant Man, and all you want more than anything in the world is for someone to kiss it. That's what this energy is, this whole freaking energy of the full moon. And it's like, can you take your clothes off? Can you show it to someone? Because you got to take that risk that they're going to go, ah, sorry, that was so insensitive. But you know what I'm saying? That's what the cringe is. The cringe is like, oh my God, say a little prayer before you take your clothes off and just like hope that, but it's the confidence that you've chosen the right person, that you know how they feel about you, that you trust that you will be loved for all the ugly parts of yourself. You want that in your connections. You want that in your relationships, because Libra's all about relationships. Aries is all about the self, the individual. So it's about, honestly, this is really about honoring what you need in your relationships, but more importantly, what you need as an individual for yourself, and the self-love that you're ready to give that to yourself. You're ready to give that gift to yourself of real self-love in the Aries area of your life. Where have you been like really, it's almost like you've been keeping out the Elephant Man, like you've been keeping out anyone trying to get close or anyone trying to kiss it. Your ego is the opposite of love. When we choose ego over love, that's exactly what it is. It's ego over love. So that ego is there as a self-protective mechanism. It overcompensates. It's just like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So that's what I'm feeling that we want. We want like real love. We want real connecting. We want real heart and soul. But in order to get that, we have to see and release. You have to see and release yourself from those self-imposed limitations. Shame, guilt, fear. And these answers are in knowing yourself, which you get a very bright light. You get to see it. This Libra full moon, you get to see exactly what that is, like in yourself, and what it looks like. You get to see all of that. You're going to see, probably see it already, what you're missing, why it's not there, and what you've been doing to keep it out and to keep it away. And there's a chance here. There's like this portal. Every new moon and full moon, those are always portals of energy opening up for you to walk through into the future. Okay, now some of these specific astrology. The Libra area of your life, 8 degrees of Libra. This is the big reveal. This is where you're seeing something new in a very detached way. Very likely relationships having to do with that area of your life. Likely for all of us, all relationships. First of all with ourselves, and then secondarily with other people. And if people are leaving your life physically, or if you are working through letting someone go energetically, you broke up with them 20 years ago, but you always you never really let it go. And if you're ready to really let that go now, this is an energy clearing out of your field, because your vibration is raising. You're trying to evolve. And so it's your life trying to clear itself of that energy, so that new energy can come in and heal it all up and make you really feel good. Your soul's trying to evolve. Your soul's trying to feel good in this human body, in this human form. But in order to do that, you have to overcome human things like the ego, like the mammalian brain, like all this stuff. Overcome society, overcome freaking what people are telling you, overcome your family, overcome your work environment, overcoming other people, being an individual, thinking for yourself, maintaining your own personal values of truth, love, and integrity. Whatever can be destroyed by the truth should be. Okay, so that's the spot. That's the moon. It's also shedding this huge light into the Aries area of your life. 8 degrees of Aries. This is the big one. Where this is, because remember, Venus is not comfortable in Aries. Chiron is like, so the sun is the one big, strong, confident, masculine energy and that's what fathers are supposed to do. Okay, fathers are supposed to raise you to be confident in yourself, to go after what you want and get what you want without hurting other people, without manipulating other people, without doing anything to anybody else, and without harming yourself. There's a whole thing here real quick about masculine and feminine energies. So I called this when I did the March monthlies on my Patreon earlier at the beginning of the month, that around now and over the next 2 weeks, we are going to see in the news and hear about violence against women. There could be some really heinous acts against women, and just like the feminine energy is going through a lot of dark things. So we can hear testimony from women about pain from the past or abuse from the past. We can see things, we can see attacks happening. I mean, all that kind of stuff. There can also be feminine energies within yourself that need to be addressed for healing. And this is insecurities in the in the feminine energies. Everyone, whether you're a man or a woman, your feminine energies, address these insecurities. And this could be insecurities regarding if you have children or if you don't have children, if you can't have children, if you feel fulfilled in your life as a woman, if you feel loved enough, if you feel competitive with your daughters or your sisters or your mothers, if you feel a lack of self-confidence in showing love to your children, showing love to your partner, expressing your feelings. You could feel insecure about being loved, sharing love, expressing love, giving and receiving love. You can feel insecure about any of those, whether you're a man or a woman. You can feel really, really insecure about your feminine energies at this time. And you need to look at it square in the eye and address it and take responsibility for the healing. You're not responsible for the dark things that happen to you. You are responsible for healing, though. Sorry, you are. And then there's the masculine energy, which Libra is a masculine energy. I know Venus rules it, but this is like the masculine, this is a masculine moon. Libra full moon in this masculine sign. So the emotionalism gets filtered through this logical, masculine energy is very solution oriented. It's like, well, how do I fix this? That's why there's a lot you see with masculine dominant and feminine dominant, where the feminine dominant wants to just cry and vent and express. And then the masculine dominant's are like, well, how do we fix it? What's the solution? What's the... And then the feminine dominant's like, I just want you to listen to me. Just hold me. It's like that. So it's kind of like we have this other energy that's available to us with this rational, objective perspective of how are we going to fix this? How are we going to heal this? What are we going to do about this next? Okay. And so the masculine energy, the masculine part of this is, how are we going to do that? What do we have to say? What do we have to do in order to fulfill that part of it? There's two parts of this. There's the feminine part, which is really feeling all this stuff. I changed my voices. I'm sorry. Just a goofball. Is the feminine part of really feeling all this, identifying how we're feeling and being honest with ourselves about what hurts so that we can remove those self-imposed limitations and move forward, get what we want in life. And then there's the masculine part of, well, what changes do we have to make in our lives and in our environments in order to be more fulfilled as an individual? Our feminine energies being appreciated. We want to be appreciated for being an individual. We want to be appreciated for being exactly who we are. And that's why families break apart, because in the family dynamic, it's like if one of them starts to evolve and the rest of them don't, that's not a vibrational match. And there's only, it's like only the family can rise up and evolve with the highest evolved individual, or that's scapegoated and they have to break away. Those are the only two options that happen. Either everyone rises up together or one breaks away. And they have to find a new tribe to belong to, or they have to start their own. I love you all so much. You guys, you guys in this channel was like the unexpected family that I just like, it's like a blessing. Like I love you guys forever and ever and always. For real, for real. So yeah, if you're not getting the love, if you're not getting the appreciation, you can go start your own tribe. You can go start your own family. You can go start your own community. And with the internet, it's allowing the previously marginalized to find each other. I love that I connect with you guys all over the world. Where are you right now? Type where you are, all over the world. I love getting messages and emails from all over the planet. I love that. I love that. It feels so fulfilling for me to be able to reach you, get into your little hearts so far away. I love that. I mean, psychically and, through the internet. So how did I get to talking about that? So, oh yeah, the masculine. Okay. So okay. So this Aries area of your life, what needs changing with love? Self-love. Oh, that's right. You want to be appreciated for being an individual. So you know how it feels. You know if you feel appreciated, you know if you feel scapegoated, you know if you feel like you're being herded into subscribing to a belief or a job or a situation that you do not believe in, that is not good for you. You know that. You feel it. You feel it. This is the apex energy of a kite formation and the grand air trine between Mars and the North Node in Gemini and Saturn in Aquarius, and then the Libra full moon. This grand air trine is 120 degrees between all of these planets in air signs, which is mental, masculine, progressive, flowing energy. This is real. So things can, like I said, things can happen kind of fast. Things can, it's like, honestly, it's when you get to that point, where you know how you feel, you know what to do, and you feel comfortable doing what you need to do for yourself, priority, and then everything else that you can do to make everyone else happy, the most you can do, and accept that. Be comfortable with that. Because you will rest your head at night knowing that you did do justice to everyone and everything. You will rest easy at night knowing that you love yourself to put that heart of yours the priority, and that you did try to please everybody else. You did try to make everyone happy. And you did the best that you could. And let me just, a little note about that. Trying to make the Libra fairness, trying to make everybody happy. When other people, you need both. You need cooperation with other Libras, Sun, Moon, Risings. You need other people to cooperate with you. Okay, you need that. There's no way that you can go more than what you can do to make that situation even. So that's why you have to accept and be okay with putting your heart, you've got to put yourself first here. Give your heart justice first. What needs changing in your life that needs love, that needs to be loved and be appreciated and be healed? That has to be the priority. And you'll be able to, you trust yourself, because you can be detached. You will be detached. You'll be able to see everything from all sides. And then do everything you can to make it as fair as possible for everyone else in the situation. And if they don't meet you halfway, release yourself from feeling responsible for that, because you're not. You're not. Okay, so this is the apex of the kite formation, the grand air trine. There's a lot of mental energy. Aw, Carl, thanks. Oh my gosh, Paris, France, Serbia, Brazil, North Carolina, New York, Washington, Oklahoma, Deutschland. Ich liebe die Deutsche. Und vielen, vielen Dank, Carl. Aw, I love you guys. How exciting. Chicago, Canada, Toronto, San Diego. I'm going to start asking that every at the beginning because I love that. I love that. I love connecting. I love putting my energy out all over the planet. Okay. I just got like a rush of like, thank you. I love knowing where you guys are all from. And thank you, Carl, for the donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Okay, the grand air trine. So a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts, mind racing. Okay. Saturn is in Aquarius, ongoing in the square to Uranus and Taurus. This is the Taurus and the Aquarius area of your life is what you're doing differently this year. How exciting. Saturn wants you to take responsibility for your individuality and what that means for your life, that you have to change structurally. Everyone's an individual. Everyone's an individual, including you. So what do you have to change structurally in your life to reflect that? Sorry, something on my computer. Okay. So you have a structural ability. You'll be able to see what you need to do and change structurally, whether that's like your eating habits, your diet, your home life, the people you have around you, most likely. Like who's really honoring your growth? This is another toxic part of family systems and any tribal system, any group of people, that if there's resistance to you growing, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. Okay, that's red flag. I need to get like a red flag. So you want people around you that are okay with you growing, because what are they getting out of it from you staying the same, from you staying unevolved? Because they're getting something out of it, whether that's financial or influential or just a petty perspective of looking at you a certain way because of how it defines them or your relationship to them. Okay. Trining over to Mars and the North Node in Gemini, what action will you or won't you take? You have a choice, and you may have to take multiple actions because Gemini is a sign of the twins, siblings, duality. Mars is with the North Node of Destiny. You want to stay curious, keep an open mind, keep a youthful energy about, I mean, if you can, there's gonna be a lot of tears, but there will be this, I feel like you know what you want. I feel like you want that scar kissed. That's really what you want. So this Mars and the North Node in Gemini, I feel like you can be tempted, because this is sextiling the Aries energy. I feel like you will definitely know what to do. You will definitely know what it will take, what actions to take. But if you're connecting to South Node in Sagittarius, which is I already know. I'm already making a judgment. I'm not going to question anything. I'm not going to be curious. I'm not going to keep an open mind. I'm just going to make quick snap judgments. Then you will miss this opportunity. And then they're both connecting to the full moon in Libra. So you have this detached perspective, this rational perspective, and you know what you feel, and you can see what needs structural changing, and you know what you need to do. It's like, but will you do it or will you not do it? Because we all have free will. And it's all, the kite formation is like takeoff, is coming down onto this Aries area of your life of what needs to just, you know this already. What needs to be loved, what needs to be changed with love. Like how good would it feel to just be that vulnerable and be kissed for what hurts the most. How good would that feel? Imagine it. Write down affirmations in the present tense for whatever it is, whatever this Aries area of your life is. It's like, I am so happy. I feel so grateful for being loved and completely accepted and embraced for exactly who and what I am. I don't have to be anything. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to pay for anything. I don't have to do a thing. I can just be here. I can just exist. Whatever that is, it's going to be different for all of you in all the different areas of your life. So whether that's, I want to own my own house someday, it's write it down. I am so happy that I own my own house, my first property. Repeat that every single day. Generate the feeling that you already have it. Think from, not of. Don't think, oh, I want to, don't close that distance between you and that thing. So if it is being loved, like in a romantic partnership, generate what it feels like to be in that relationship. Generate that feeling of gratitude. Okay? Because you can, if you try, you can make this happen. You can do it. You have the sun. The sun in Aries is like the most powerful place. It's really, really, really powerful. You just need the confidence to do it. That's it. That's it. And to free yourself, this Uranus and Taurus, liberate yourself from old behavior patterns. Liberate yourself. There's no one and no thing standing in your way. The only obstacles are mental. It's the self-imposed limitations. It's perceiving the cage. When they opened the gates at Auschwitz, they didn't move. They just stood there. It's got to be, you have to push yourself through that. I don't take my life for granted a single day. For everything my ancestors went through, everything that I went through, everything, every moment, I am so grateful that I made it this far. And I tell myself, I am never going to take it for granted. I am never going to lose that perspective. I am never going to be lost like that again. Because I got way lost. And I feel like everyone here that is on a spiritual education, I call myself spiritually mature. And what I do on the social media and share with you guys and anyone else that does that, psychics, tarot readers, astrologers, we've all been lost. And it's through our journey to get to this point to share with you guys. That's what's made it. So whatever it takes to liberate yourself from your own destructive behavior patterns, liberate yourself from that ego, because that ego alienates you from love, from real love. That's like the elephant man pushing people away and then saying like, I would never associate with a janitor, get out of here. Or I would never be with a school teacher, get out of here. Like, obviously you're the elephant man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So there's something that your ego could have even been pushing away, but it's really what you want the most. You want to be kissed. You want that part of you kissed. So liberate yourself from those old behavior patterns. It's going to shock people around you because this Uranus and Taurus is squaring this Saturn in Aquarius. But you need that dynamic tension. You need the dynamism in order to make the changes in your life. So don't worry about shocking other people. Don't worry about that. That's not your business. It's not your responsibility. That's another thing about this with Libra trying to make everybody happy and then Aries trying to make the self happy. You are responsible for your life, for what you say, not really for what other people understand. You're not responsible for other people's feelings. You are to a certain extent. Don't get crazy with that though. Okay. What else? Oh, that's right. Last but not least, let's talk about Mercury. Mercury's actually, okay, Mercury is in Pisces, and at this lunation, Mercury is conjunct Neptune in Pisces. Trust your inner voice. Trust your intuition to direct your action. Do not try to get so caught up in analysis paralysis. Get the best out of the Libra full moon, which is to detach from everything and detach from the outcome even. When you really want to detach from everything to get the highest perspective, to see the hawk, the eagle flying above, and then make your decisions and take your actions. But that perspective will be informed from your intuition, from your inner voice. And all you can do is trust it. You need to trust it, because otherwise you'll get caught up, you'll get tangled. You'll get tangled in analysis paralysis and in doubts and fears, because this Libra energy can overanalyze it to death. I had this Libra best friend. Love her to pieces. Beautiful girl. Beautiful, talented, skilled young lady. And I remember we took a vacation to Montreal, and we were walking by this coffee shop, and she kind of slowed down, and she was kind of like lingering by the door. I was like, do you want to grab a coffee? And she goes, do you want to grab a coffee? And I was like, well, if you want some coffee, I'll have coffee with you. And she's like, but do you want coffee? I'm like, if you want coffee, I will love having coffee with you. We can take a seat, we can stop walking, we can people watch. And she goes, but I only want to have a coffee if you want to stop right now and have coffee. Adorable. Honestly, I find Libra energy so endearing. I thought she was so cute. I think that's really sweet and endearing and really, really cute. But you can see how Libra, but it's too much. You see where it's like too much? So finally I was like, yes, Genevieve, I want coffee right now. I want us to stop, just let her off the hook and just have the coffee, But, sometimes I wouldn't do that. Sometimes I would want her to advocate for her own needs. So I would let her, so that she could say, come on, Natalie, let's have a coffee. It's just so cute. I actually, I am very familiar with Libra rising, Libra energy, Libra sun, moon, rising energy. Lovely folk, lovely folk. So so back to Mercury in Pisces. So you're going to get your own downloads. You're going to get your own intuition. You're going to get your own intuitive hits. You want to trust that. You want to trust your inner voice, because this can devolve into fears. Because let's see. Yeah, Mercury is squaring Mars. Mercury and Neptune are squaring Mars. So this can sort of delude you into taking bad actions. So I put up on my Instagram about how to discern between an anxious thought and your intuition. So if you have the same thing, I have a bad feeling about getting in the car today. If it's an anxious thought, there's fear accompanying with it. It's about how it feels. If it's your intuitive voice, there's no fear. There's no fear. Even if it's dark subject matter, even if you feel like something bad's going to happen, it's how you feel when you're getting that feeling. I remember, oh my God, I was in this Uber going to the movies. Oh, where was it? Somewhere in LA. I was going to the movies, and this driver, when I got in the car, I knew something bad was going to happen. I could feel it. And it was really, it was so crazy, you guys, because as a psychic, I'm like, it's a whole different life path kind of a thing. But in the car, I wanted to get out. I wanted to get out so bad. And she was telling me that I had to stay. And she was telling me that everything was going to be okay, that this was training. And it's just, I can't describe it. It's like this weird pressure building up. And like, I just felt like I knew we were gonna crash, like, this driver was going to, like okay, but she kept telling me, like, I wasn't she kept telling me I wasn't gonna get into a crash, that everything was gonna be okay, that it was training, so that I knew what it felt like, which is freaky enough, but it felt all I kept seeing was Elizabeth Taylor and a plane. And then I read something about Richard Burton, like, not getting on a plane because Elizabeth told him not to, and the plane went down, something like that. And so I know what that feels like now. And sure enough, we were on the freaking 405 or whatever, and this whole thing happened where my guides and my little they stepped in and saved us from this huge would-be catastrophe. And then I felt it popped. It's like the tension, the pressure burst, and it was over. And then I really believed, then I knew that everything was going to be okay, because I didn't really believe it at first. I got my communication, but it was just, I felt it building. So, but once it burst, then I knew that nothing was going to happen after that, because that was such a close call that the driver changed. Like, the whole energy changed, everything changed. And there's something really bizarre about Los Angeles driving versus driving that I've experienced in other cities in the world. The biggest difference is between Chicago driving and LA driving, because in Chicago, everyone does have like a psychic connection where everyone feels each other on the road, and you can feel what people are going to do. You can feel, I don't think it's just me, I think that's everybody. But in LA, people are not psychically connected like that. On the road, there's no, people don't feel each other. And I can tell a huge difference. LA is different anyway. They're like spiritually, morally bankrupt. Sorry. I'm not saying everyone's like that. I'm just saying some of people are like that. Okay. Sorry, weird digression. So you want to trust your inner voice. You already know you have everything you guys need to make the changes, but you've got to really look at it. You got to look at whatever that big ugly scar is, whatever that big insecurity is, whatever needs healing with love and attention. Give it to yourself first. Give it to yourself first. You are worth it. You can do this. And then do what you got to do to make the structural changes in your life. For instance, for me, my home life, my living space. I am so excited for Monday, you guys. I'm like a very physical person. So to do all this psychic work for 2 years, my body just misses it. My body just doesn't feel good. I like to feel like I can do things physically. So I'm so excited for Monday, because I'm going to get my workout thing, and I'll be balanced. I'll feel more balanced. I have like a weird, like my neck hurts. Like, it just doesn't feel like me. It doesn't feel like me I tried the roller skates. That did not work out. I'm not good on the roller skates. So, all right, let me check in, you guys. Do you have any questions? Let's see. Girl, star passive blocking. Oh, I love you guys. I'm so proud of all of you. Okay. So, guys, remember, just lean into what feels uncomfortable, because that's where the gold is. That's really what you're giving justice to, and release it. Release the self-imposed limitations that are holding you back from giving justice to that. Okay? That's really it. That's really it. All right, I'm going to take this over on Patreon, and we are going to do a sign-by-sign breakdown of what this specifically means for everyone, every 12 zodiac sign in every area of your life, where the kite formation is, where the grand air trine is, where the Chiron, Venus, and the sun in Aries is, where that is. So I will see you guys over there. If not, I will see you guys in a couple weeks for the Aries new moon. Going to be beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Look for your own sign, your own confirmation. You already know what you need to do. Oh, thank you. I knew I was missing something. I have another psychic download for some of you. Okay. There's going to be a falling out with you and a masculine person, a masculine figure. It's not forever. It's not forever. It's only right now. You two will come back again. You and this person. There's something you have to do to get that scar kissed for yourself. And it does mean breaking away. This masculine person doesn't understand, or they're just not, they're not with you here. You're sort of evolving, you're sort of growing. You're outgrowing them right now, but they're going to come around. Okay. So this is like, you have to break. It could be a father or a father figure. You have to break from them and individuate yourself outside of this for yourself, for your own healing. But this person will come back. This person will come back around. So, you have the perspective now that they're going to have later, and they're going to be able to see it, but they have to see it like physically. You know it because you feel it. You feel what's true for you. They're not tuned in like that. They have to see what you're about to do. Physically, they have to see the physical structural changes, and then they will understand, and they will come back. So your relationship with them, it's going to take some space. It's going to take some, there's going to be a little bit of a breather here, but you're going to get healed. You're going to get something that you really, really, really need. Whatever it is you need changing with love. And then in divine timing, they're going to see and understand you, and they will come back. Okay, that's for one of you. Another set of people, it feels like two Leos or two masculines, or I'm getting two men. And it's about, gosh, I feel so, for some of you, for some people, this is going to be about sexuality. And this is going to be about accepting you and your sexuality and not judging it. So for those two masculines, it's really about coming into acceptance of loving and being attracted to maybe your best friend, your best male friend, or like I'm getting like a masculine thing. And it's about like, that's what needs changing, is allowing yourself to accept yourself for that and not judging yourself. So it's very different from the other downloads, but I'm getting a lot of downloads. So, okay. So that's that. And yeah, I'm gonna head off. Oh, thank you, Heather. Oh, look at the little pear. I just made, Heather, this is perfect for you. I just made this concoction of pear juice, rose tea, and lemonade. It's kind of like an Arnold Palmer, but it's delicious. I think you'd love it. Thank you for the donation, sweetie. Thank you. B and Jasmine, I love you guys too. I love you guys. All right, take care. Enjoy self-care this weekend. Best of luck to all of you in taking action on this, because there may be a lot to do, a lot to organize, but you can do it and give justice to what your heart needs. So I love you guys. I will see you. Oh, my video is coming out tomorrow for the psychic astrology. So I'll see you guys very soon. And until our next lunation, many beautiful blessings upon all of your beautiful heads, darlings. Mwah.